I'm gonna re-record this. I don't know if the other one's saved or not, because all of a sudden my card said can't be read. So we're gonna start over. Some of you guys may already know we got these pumpkins from the dumpster for free after Halloween. They were totally fine still, it's just the season's over for them, so they threw them away. Just like they do with everything. And instead of letting them go to waste, I am going to be utilizing those pumpkins for multiple different purposes, trying to utilize the whole pumpkin. These pumpkins were already done in the pressure cooker. Still has some skin on this one. I had started to peel the skin off when the video decided it wasn't going to work anymore. So that's the problem. They were in the pressure cooker for 20 minutes and then a fast, quick release after the 20 minutes. Now this one we've already peeled. This one I'm going to peel. We're using the actual meat of the pumpkin for dog treats and horse treats. And the skin peels very easily compared to the normal way. Like, it might have needed a little bit longer of cook time to peel, a little bit easier, because the other one did peel a little easier than this one is. But it still pretty much just peels right off. But the innards or the meat of the pumpkin is going to be used for dog treats and horse treats. The seeds we're going to roast. And the guts, we are going to be making some pumpkin facial scrubs. So, utilizing the whole pumpkin instead of letting it go to the landfills and rot. I did drop a ton of pumpkins off with a local reindeer farm that will feed those pumpkins to the reindeer, and those reindeer are very, very happy, I'm sure. It saves on cost for them. The only part of this pumpkin that we're not utilizing is the skin. And the skin, if I had like pigs, the pigs would eat it gladly, or even goats probably. But I'm not using it for this recipe. So I'm peeling off the skin after it's been pressurized, pressure cooked. And the rest of it is going to stay up here to be mashed. So that's the first step, is the pressure cooking. After, you can pressure cook it if it's in the pressure cooker. You can just do the whole pumpkin and then gut it and skin it after you get done. Or you can do what I did, where you gut the insides and then you peel it after it's been pressurized, like I am. There's those two ways of doing it. Very simple process though. Like, that doesn't take much. It's just a plastic fork and it's just kind of coming right off. So, very simple process. I said that's all done. Now I've just got this on a cookie sheet. I'm just gonna mash it down. There's a little bit of skin still on there. You could puree this. I don't have a food processor to do that. So we're just gonna mash it like mashed potatoes. This is a simple 3-ingredient treat recipe that you can feed to dogs and horses. So it's got the double purpose. The horse will enjoy it as well as the dogs. Simple. The kids are going to be helping me. I've got more cooking. This is just for the video purposes. It's easier just to do this on my own than to have multiple different hands in here. But this is all just mashed up pumpkin then. And then we're going to add in our other ingredients, which the recipe that I found called for peanut butter, but there are many recipes as well that are not the 3 ingredients that have molasses in it instead. And I'm going to do molasses instead, because molasses the horse will enjoy. I'm not so sure she'd enjoy peanut butter, and I'm not so sure a horse can eat peanut butter. So we're going to do molasses instead. So it's going to be molasses, pumpkin, and oatmeal. And that's all that's going to be in here. So I'm going to finish mashing this pumpkin up, and then we're going to start mixing in those other ingredients so we can make some treats that I am sure that all the animals will be enjoying. So we will be back shortly. So there's about 5 cups worth of pumpkin in here. So we need now 1 1/4 cup of molasses. Like I said, it calls for peanut butter, so if you're doing it for just dogs, you could do just peanut butter 1 1/4 cup. But I'm going to do 1 1/4 cup of molasses. And then you need 1 1/4 cup of water. And let's see, we need a lot of oats. I'm not going to put as many oats as it calls for. It calls for what I'm doing, it would be about 10 cups worth of oats. I'm not doing 10 cups. So, stay tuned. We'll see what we got here. Actually, what I might do is I might take half of this out. So we have about 2 cups worth of pumpkin. And so then we would do half a cup of molasses and about 4 cups worth of oats and a half cup of water. It'd be easier because I'm not going to fit all that into this bowl. So that's what we're going to actually do. So we'll do a half cup of molasses, half cup of water, and about 4 cups worth of oats. And we're doing half of this. So we're doing about 2.5 cups worth of pumpkin. We'll just have to do 2 separate batches. There. Now we got our pumpkin in there. Still might be a little bit higher than what I was planning, but that should be good. We got that. We got to put our molasses in. We got to put our oats, and we got to put our water in. We're going to do the oats first. There's going to be the old-fashioned oatmeal. And like I said, we're doing 2.5 cups worth of that. This is a half cup scoop. So we got 1, 2. Actually, we're just going to do 2 cups worth. So 3, 4. We'll do 2 cups worth of oats. You implement your own recipe, obviously. We need 1 cup worth of water. There's 1. 2. And then we need 1 cup worth of molasses in my case. You may be doing peanut butter. I'm doing molasses. I know the horse will eat molasses, and I know the dogs can eat molasses. So, it might be a little bit higher in sugar content, but I'm going to do this. You can do another choice if you choose. Keep in mind, I'm making something that both the horse and the dogs can eat, so that's why I'm using molasses instead of peanut butter. Peanut butter may be okay for horses, but I'm not sure. I'd have to look that up, and I just don't want to take the chance of giving her something that could hurt her. That, and I've got this handy, so I'm just going to change up the recipe a little bit. I think all cooks are notorious for doing so. So now, I'm going to use this fork since it's already got molasses on it. Because this is going to be sticky. That's the biggest problem with molasses, is it's a sticky mess. I'm going to kind of mix everything in together. And I might decide to add more pumpkin in and just have a higher ratio of pumpkin once I mix it all together. We'll see what we decide. Because it looks a little low on pumpkin in my opinion. We got a lot of oats, and I can really smell that molasses. But I don't see much pumpkin in there. But that could just be just because. I'm thinking more pumpkin is good. Because I don't mind if it's a higher pumpkin ratio in this recipe. That is what this is, right? Pumpkin treats. So here's another cup worth of pumpkin, and we'll see how it looks after that. It smells good. I'm sure it's not that tasty, though, for our consumption. But it is all human products being used. So if you really want to try it, I'm sure you could. This is just a nice natural recipe. The only thing I might do is add a little bit more oats into it, and I might add the rest of this pumpkin. I wasn't sure if we could do it all, but I think we can. So we're just gonna go ahead and do all that pumpkin. I didn't, like, if we would have done all the oats that they said, there's no way we would have mixed everything in. I'm gonna use up the last of this molasses since I added more pumpkin in. I don't have much molasses left, so we're just gonna add the rest of it in. Like I said, this is utilizing the stuff that we found in the dumpster so it doesn't go into the landfills. Making some homemade treats for the animals. Like I said, the kids are getting involved. This is just, I've got more of cooking. I had a lot of pumpkins. So we have more cooking, so they will be involved with making this as well. Now let me just add a little bit more oats. Now I'm gonna measure what I add because my measuring cup now is covered in molasses. But dogs and horses both can eat oatmeal, so we're just gonna add a little bit more to help soak in some of this moisture that's currently in here because there's a lot of moisture. This is looking better. This is looking really good. So, now we're ready to cook this. I'll show you what we got going on. Tell me that doesn't look yummy. For an animal at least. For an animal at least. I'll be right back. Okay, so I had to look because this is a recipe I've never done before. And I thought you cooked them, but you don't. These actually just get refrigerated, so yes, keeping them outside of the refrigerator isn't gonna work, but they don't get refrigerated, or don't get cooked, they get refrigerated. So, I'm using some apple cinnamon oatmeal, because what they tell you to do is after you've formed them, made them, all that stuff, to roll them into balls, and then roll them in some more oatmeal. Sorry, my son's in the background making noise. So, I'm gonna add a little bit more flavor by doing the apple cinnamon, instead of just plain oatmeal. So we'll have apple, cinnamon, pumpkin treats. So we're gonna make a nice ball that's not too messy with the molasses in there. Then you're gonna roll in an additional oatmeal. And then put it into a container to put in the fridge. I think that the dogs and the horse will love these treats. So I think they will be a win. So we're going to do the apple cinnamon. So these are going to be apple cinnamon pumpkin molasses oat treats. Woo, that's a mouthful. But simple, easy recipe. Make your own homemade treats. Use up those pumpkins that are sitting outside that you didn't carve instead of just throwing them away. Fun little project to do with the kids. Teach them how to do something, like cook something. And it's not that hard to do. Really, it's not. So, this is how we're reusing these. Let us know in the comments what you do. Do you try to recycle? Do you bring them to a farm just so another farm can utilize them instead of them just going in the trash? Do you leave them out there for the deer by your house? We don't have deer by our house. What do you do? Let me know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Super simple. The R5 dogs are going to be enjoying some treats. The R5 horse is going to be enjoying some treats. We'll have to go up and see her tomorrow with some yummy treats and see how she likes pumpkin. But hope you guys are having a marvelous day, and we'll catch you on the next one.